I realized mom shouldn't have had kids when I, Emily, was 14, watching her climb a ladder to update a massive schedule on the living room wall, big as a movie theater screen, lit up with LED lights. Every minute was planned. 6 a.m. wake up, 6:03 brush teeth, 6:07 breakfast. One morning, I was 2 minutes late because of bad period cramps. Mom scribbled in her time debt ledger. Emily, you owe 15 minutes of free time for lack of discipline. My 10-year-old brother, Lucas, lost 20 minutes for wearing a blue shirt against mom's optimal color list. White, gray, buttoned up only. Mom, a former math teacher who never became the college professor she dreamed of, ran our family like a genius academy. She called us her elite projects and used a time debt system to control everything. An A+ earned 10 minutes of free time. A B+ or minor slip, like taking 3 extra minutes to walk home from school, cost 15 minutes. Rack up over 60 minutes of debt, and mom applied time interest. Each mistake added 5 minutes to next month's debt. She hung a leaderboard on the fridge, where Lucas and I moved up or down like players in a game. I still see Lucas crying when his name sank to the bottom for forgetting a geometry formula.
You're embarrassing the family, Mom said, her voice ice cold.
She once shared how she missed a prestigious scholarship in college by 1 point. I won't let you repeat my failure, she said, her eyes burning with obsession. But to me, she wasn't a mom. She was a coach who was never satisfied. In 8th grade, I was labeled a B-tier student for an 88 on a science test. Lucas, only in 4th grade, was tagged needs improvement for reading slower than the national average. He hid comic books under his bed, reading them at midnight for a sliver of freedom, his eyes shadowed with exhaustion. I loved painting, but mom tore up a canvas I spent 3 days on, calling it a 180-minute waste. Lucas loved Legos, but mom confiscated his set when he scored 89 on a vocabulary quiz. Low performance doesn't deserve joy, she declared. Once, Lucas won first place in a citywide math competition. Mom brought home 2 pieces of fried chicken, something we hadn't eaten in months because it harms brain function, but warned, don't make me regret this reward. The breaking point came when I got the flu and missed 3 days of school, skipping a regional science fair mom had drilled me for. She handed me a 2-page failure report, listing the damage of not winning a gold medal.
Emily, you owe me a trophy, she said.
Then banned me from the drama club I loved. Lucas wasn't spared. He lost 30 minutes of free time for laughing too loudly during a study group,
which mom called unfocused.
Dad saw the toxicity when he found me crying in the kitchen, clutching pieces of my torn painting.
She's turning you into a machine, he whispered.
The next morning, he filed for divorce. The courtroom felt like a bizarre play. Mom brought a 3D model of her genius blueprint and a PowerPoint, explaining how she optimized us.
The judge, a middle-aged woman with tired eyes, asked, Mrs. Thompson, how many A's does a kid need to be loved?
Mom replied, dead serious. At least 95% of tests at A-level, but I have a flexible scale for difficulty.
The courtroom went silent. Dad's lawyer's jaw dropped.
The judge said, Ma'am, this is a new low in my 25 years here.
Dad got custody. Mom got supervised visitation, but she canceled after a month,
saying we weren't worth her investment.
Lucas kept a notebook, listing everything mom took. Drawings, Legos, 1,327 minutes of happiness. On his 18th birthday, he mailed it to her with a letter. This is the childhood you owe me. I demand an apology, or you're a failure. Mom called, yelling that he was ungrateful. Lucas replied, cool as ice, ma'am, this is about performance. Emotions don't count. You taught me that. She hung up. A year later, mom sent an apology letter, admitting she was wrong but saying she needed time to improve. We didn't respond, choosing to protect our peace. Now I'm 30, a painter, and Lucas is 26, an engineer. Our homes have one rule. Kids get to draw, play, and make mistakes. Mom lives alone, still sending birthday cards with notes to upgrade communication performance. We return them, marked address unknown. Turns out, turning a family into a genius lab doesn't make you a success. It just costs you what matters most.